It's 1833.
Yeah, 1833 definitely. This is absolutely freaking huge. So here we have the remains of the old miners' building, mining processing area, maybe living quarters for the miner, most likely, or a bit of both. But there was clearly a doorway here, a fireplace there, and again there, and that looks like some sort of ventilation for a fireplace, but it's all derelict. Oh, this is the tin shed that they would have had as well, likely for processing of the ore out here. Gary, you want to go first? We'll film you going in.
Here we go.
That's the way in. Very inviting. This is one of many old lead mines that we have in this valley of the Northern Pennines that has been long forgotten, from what you were saying, Steve?
Yes, yeah. Early 1800s.
Early 1800s, so...
There's evidence that this was used in the 1950s though, so...
In the 1950s, so later reuse, so even more so interesting, different layers of mining history we're going to be seeing. So, let's get in. Oh. Oh wow, straight in the water. But I can see Gary is standing, so I'm gonna get in first and then I'm gonna start filming. Yeah, we're in. Yeah, that's a very different kind of style of arching to what you see over anywhere else in the area. It's more flat at the top, is it? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, more flat at the top, and it has like a central keystone almost.
You can see here conditions Antonio is steep.
Well, let's do this. Is it just that's just a shale collapse? It's very shaly, this level, is it?
Just in the entrance, it doesn't really affect it. Yeah. I've been down before. This is Antonio and Barry's.
So here we see the end of the stone arch that's protecting all of this shale from collapsing, obviously. That was the purpose of it. And I guess the miners here, they felt they didn't need the stone arching anymore. They relied on the more solid shale here. So this level seems to keep going a long way. Let's have a look where it goes. This water's actually surprisingly cold, considering how hot weather we've had recently. But here down this mine feels very cold, almost numbing my legs. And here we have a lot of little stalactites there, always pretty to see. Let's keep going. We got one straight level. Steve was telling us basically that he has not been all the way in due to how exhausted they were at the time. And we have a monitor. So 20.8, so very well ventilated so far. We're gonna keep an eye on the gas. So we actually got a date here, Steve. We got
here we go.
18.
I think it's 33. Not entirely sure.
Yeah. 1833.
Oh, it is. You can see from
Light
here.
it from the side.
You can see from the side it's 1833.
Yeah, 1833 definitely. T. Thomas what? Houghton. Can't figure out exactly the name. Also the surname, but yeah, it's definitely 1833. It's always good to have dates like this that gives a perspective, historical period of this mine. It just means a lot to us to find this, you know. And here they try to put another date, another signature. There's some very faint writing here. Some signatures, 18556. I can see there. Yeah.
If you switch on.
So here we have Robert as well, a miner called Robert. Rory. That's really cool. And off we go. The way it's on. As we can see, as you can see, this mine goes a long way. And I've got my torch here. My latest torch by FENIX, the LR 40R version 2, which is got an inbuilt battery pack and a maximum 15,000 lumens and various modes. And the most impressive thing, it has a mode here that you basically lock it. Yeah, that's it, unlock, and you can't turn it on, so it stops any accidental damage. So I've left a link to this product along with a discount code in the description, but as you can see, this is a marvelous workflow. We must have gone a good 300 meters, 1,000 yards in, and it still goes. So looks like we're in for a really good explore. We're about, I would say, about 400 meters, 1,200 foot, 1,200 foot. We have the first siding here. These kind of sidings that were used by the miners actually to move away from the line of running cars up and down the haulage level. And obviously when they were driving the tunnel, it would have made a good refuge when they were blasting, though I imagine by the time they were blasting back in them days, they would have been way out of the mine. Most of the mine was just the one person. Wow, we have a lot of circulation of water here. Some beautiful grey, black stained. It's pretty beautiful, this. Is the black from zinc?
Yeah, it's manganese.
Is manganese the black? Manganese, so the black staining comes from manganese, what does it? I mean, because it's mixed with white, again it's like a grey, but it's absolutely beautiful. It's kind of sparkling everywhere. And here we have What couldn't be access to upper levels, but very much, very tight. Wow. Very deeper now, we can see a lot of beautiful white calcifications. It's just absolutely stunning. Everywhere untouched by the hand of man. You can see some of the crystallizations here as well of calcite. And some small stalactites, again blackened by the manganese present in this mine. It's got like a rainbow sort of colouring, almost like a gemmy kind of rainbow colouring there, you can see. And it's shallow enough now, and we are beginning to see a lot of the cross sleepers here of the original ray level, and to see cross sleepers like this is always a good sign. Some track nails here, obviously from the period from early 1800s. It's clearly amazing that. And a lot of beautiful, again, formations here, very untouched, very pristine. Wow. Really pretty everywhere. As you can see, guys. It's quite a stunning, all the calcifications and colours, from whites to reds, greys, a lot of greys. A lot of formations here, as you can see. I'm going to catch up with them, guys, because I can hear them in the distance. We have the original rails here, and that's always something very special to be able to see in a mine. Wow. Now we have two ways. One way there, and another way there. Gonna follow the guys this way, see where this goes. We have a bit more humidity here, which impairs our visibility and capabilities of filming. But yeah, here the shale has collapsed over the stemples, original supports to stop collapses. As you can see the scale, the kind of stuff that condemns here collapsing. These shaly bands that, as you can see here, they are descaling already considerably. But we have seen worse. However, this is rather spectacular, the level of collapse that we find in here. So we're gonna go under this timber, and you see the idea of how the miners were shoring up, putting timbers and wedges to stop basically the walls and everything that's above from collapsing. A lot of these timbers have come down already, as we can see, but there's others that are still standing, as we're going to see further along. Oh, there's some interesting fungus. This is absolutely really fascinating to see, just so you get the scale of this. That's the size. That's absolutely pretty. This sort of fungus. Wow. I haven't seen anything like this before. Really special. And here we have one timber that's actually, one head frame that's actually still standing. And you can see the purpose of it. Wedged on the walls and wedged at the top to stop any descaling of the roof. Look at it from the other side. Wow. Here we come to more mess of rotten timbers and collapsed shale that leads into this beautiful stone arch from the miners. Wow. Let's get in. And this keeps giving way. Are you there, guys? There's only one way on. So a little collapse there. I can see one of their torches. And let's get through. Oh. Wow. Oh wow. It looks like they left a torch here to indicate that they have gone up that way to take a look. So that's good. We've just gone through there. This is all what the arch is holding above. All this amount of debris and shale that's come down. We're gonna go up there. So I'm gonna up the way that I was looking up, and here straight away we can see this slope opening up nicely. So let's go and take a look, but I think this is very good news. It doesn't look like anyone has been here before for a long time. And it goes up here. Oh wow. So here we have a stope and keeps going up there. I'm going to be very careful with this, because as you can see, it could come down and collapse very easily. But we're looking up here, looking at the way down. There's another way there, and this keeps going at the top. It's very interesting. Let's take a look. I'm sure the guys are here, as they clearly indicated with leaving their lamp. Hello? Where are you guys? Hey? Wow.
Where did you go in, Antonio?
Hey?
Where did you go in there? Hello.
Hello, can you get here?
Can you get here?
Yeah?
This keeps going.
Which way do you go? Straight ahead?
Yeah.
Because you left the lamp shining up the stove, so I follow the stove up.
Oh, no. I was just leaving it behind. Just grab the lamp.
No. Come here, honestly, this is... No, actually. Yeah, come and take a look at this. Come up this way. It's easy. This is actually mental, man. The size of this stove, and just to think, this was all worked in the 30s. Look at the stove they left after working the lead of vein. Do you say this was reworked in the 50s?
There's signs of that.
It would make sense, because how else could you explain the size of these stoves here? Right? Because you were shining the torch of the stove. I thought you followed the stove up, and that's what I did.
No, I didn't think about that. But now I've managed to get in. Because we've been shining torches up from there. Well, it's huge now.
Yeah, that goes over the top and then goes back down. Look at this. It's enormous. How many people have been here? Very few. I don't think there's any signs of anyone having been here.
Right, that's where we were shining torches up.
We got Steve there to give the perspective. It's incredible.
There. And I'll watch you just in case.
Yeah.
I'll stay until you.
Yeah, but this is absolutely freaking huge. This is very small cloth.
I wonder if there's a sump at the other end of that.
Or what?
Have you seen a sump at the end of that?
This keeps going, man.
Yeah, it does, it drops.
Come over here. Have you been to have a look over there?
No.
Look at this. We got this hanging death overhead. Very nice. Very nice. Look at the size. You get with Steve the perspective of this place. Absolutely gigantic. Effing gigantic, this. That's a nice discovery, man. I didn't expect this. And here, yeah, it is sort of so can you get to that the way you are down there, you think?
That's where we were.
So you can get to that?
Yes, we were.
Right, so there's no point coming down here?
No.
Okay, okay, we're going to continue. Look at the size of the lead there.
To take chances. Yeah.
Look how much lead there is everywhere.
Still left, there's pick marks there on your right. Right.
So I'm taking a closer video here. So there you can see the lead. There's more lead there. There's a good patch. This is what the miners were originally after. And if it was true that it was worked later than the 1800s period, it would make sense, because how else would you explain the size, shine up, the size of these stoves? How else would you explain it?
Yeah, you can see why they've done that. They
That
didn't
is-
take any precautions of that.
That is death on a stick, isn't it?
Yeah, and there's a stoke going down there. Massive.
And here, obviously you can see the fluorite, which if they worked in the 50s, they could have mined some of this, because fluorite has a lot of industrial uses now in 19th, 20th century. So it would make sense. Beautiful. Beautiful green fluorite as well.
So this is probably, yeah, an 1800 stoke that's been reworked in the 50s for fluorite, possibly.
So
Anyway,
where do you get the information that was worked in the 50s?
I can show you that.
So there is information, written information?
No, physical information.
Physical information.
Physical.
Have you found it further on?
No, it's another area. We found that time.
In another area, so we found information that this was reworked in the 50s.
Yeah, evidence.
Evidence. And it would make sense, the size of these stoves, this size wouldn't be explained just from the old lead mining methods. And anyway, it's just impressive to see the size of this.
need to do the other valley.
So back down on the added level from the stove.
Yeah, there's only one way down.
Right, tell me when you're free and come in.